and then be surprised while you sniff your clothes. Why do I smell like garbage? Because you've been hanging around garbage, for real. And it's time for you to dominate. It's time for you to win. It's time for you to prosper in those things that the Lord wants you to prosper in. But you're not going to be able to do it if you have the wrong people around you. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. We're trying to dominate everything we do. And we have to dominate every area in our life. We have to dominate our circles. The first circle, remember, circle of influence. These are people that I allow to have access to me, allow to have my ear, that are going to have an influence over me. Or because sometimes you can get somebody in that circle because they can tell you what not to do. You know, they might not have experience in a successful marriage, but they have experience in a failing marriage. So they can tell you, this is what I did. Don't do that because I love you. I want to influence you well. But sometimes you can get those same people in that circle and they're in the wrong circle. You know, that they need to be in the circle number 2, which is the circle of people that you influence. You know what I'm saying? Like people that you encourage, people that you minister to. You may be in their first circle, but they need to be in your second circle. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Dominate for every area in life. Dominate your circles of influence. Dominate your life. Dominate who you let into your ear. Don't let everybody there. And like I say, that third circle is people who have common goals with you. Don't get it misconstrued. Don't think your co-workers are someone. That's the third circle. Like I say, you just have a common goal. The common goal is we work together. It's to our benefit that we have a relationship, but they're not people that I need to go to when I'm having problems in my marriage, when I'm having problems with my kids. Maybe here or there, but don't bank on the advice from those people in that third circle. Good evil communication or evil influence, having people in your circle of influence that shouldn't be there. Evil company corrupts good communications or produces bad habits. One, two, three, dominate. P2P motivation, here we go. If you're trying to have success in life, if you're trying to succeed at anything, no matter how big, no matter how small, this is a very, very super important thing that you have to have in your life, or discipline that you have to understand in order to have success in anything. And that discipline is your circle. Understanding who you have around you and understanding where to place people in your life. A lot of people misconstrue this, and I misconstrued it as well. And this discipline is one of the things that led me into the physical prison that I was in, into a lot of the spiritual prisons as well. Because you have to know where to place people. You have to know where to put people and what circles to put them in, because there are different circles of influence that are in your life. You need to understand that your primary circle, the circle that's around you, the immediate people that are around you, the people that have access to you, the people that can call you, the people that can influence you, the people that can talk in your ear, the people that can pull up at your house, the people that can sit on your couch, the people that have influence over you are the people that's in their first circle. Sometimes our parents are in that circle. Sometimes our pastor is in that circle. Sometimes all the time our spouse, our wife or husband is in that circle. Sometimes our kids may be in that circle. Sometimes we may have friends that are in that circle. But that immediate circle that's right there, the people that can reach out and grab you and influence you and pull you in and influence you, the people that can call you on the phone and say, this is what I think about what you're doing. This is what I think about your life. That is called your circle of influence, or the people that have influence over you. The circle outside of that, everybody who falls out of that, and there are different levels of this as the people step further away. But the people who aren't in the circle of people that influence you, they're in a circle of people that you influence. So you have the circle of influence, people that influence you, and then you have a circle of people that you influence as that next circle. And then you have circles of people like, and these are in no particular order, but these circles are people like co-workers, associates, people who have common goals with you, pretty much. That's what we'll call that third circle, is the common goal circle. Don't get the first circle, the circle of people who have influence over you, and the third circle, the common goal circle, misconstrued. Because a lot of times we have common goals with people. This may be coworkers at work, and then we'll start calling them friends, and we'll bring them into that first circle of influence. They'll be able to pull us in and say, hey, let me influence you. And it's like we have to watch who we allow to have influence over us. If we're gonna have any type of success, if we don't want to be destined for failure, we have to put the right people in the circle of influence. Very, very important. The Bible even says that evil company corrupts good judgment or corrupts good communication. You can be a good person. You can be destined to win. You can be destined for success. But if you have the wrong people around you influencing you, I'll use marriage as an example. You can be a good husband or a good wife, but if you have the wrong people around you influencing you, you shouldn't have let him do that. You shouldn't have let her do that. Why you let her do that? Why you let her make that decision? You know, if they're influencing you in the wrong way, it's like you deserve better than that. You know, if they're influencing you in the wrong way and they don't know all the details about what's going on in your marriage, they will help your marriage fail. But on the other hand, if you have good people in your circle of influence, people that can call you and speak into your ear and speak into your life, influence your decisions, influence your emotions, don't just let anyone into that circle. Remember, evil company corrupts good communications. But if you have good people in that corner, you have good people influencing you, just like evil company corrupts good communications, good company can bring good things in your life, or good communications, or good habits. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. We're trying to dominate everything we do, and we have to dominate every area in our life. We have to dominate our circles. The first circle, remember, circle of influence. These are people that I allow to have access to me, allow to have my ear, that are going to have an influence over me. These need to be people that I can trust, people whose lives I can look at and say, I want to learn about marriage from this person. Like, because I see their marriage prospering. You don't want somebody in your circle of influence when it comes to marriage that didn't do well with marriage. Or because sometimes you can get somebody in that circle because they can tell you what not to do. You know, they might not have experience in a successful marriage, but they have experience in a failing marriage. So they can tell you, this is what I did. Don't do that because I love you. I want to influence you well. But sometimes you can get those same people in that circle and they're in the wrong circle. You know, that they need to be in the circle number 2, which is the circle of people that you influence. You know what I'm saying? Like people that you encourage, people that you minister to. You may be in their first circle, but they need to be in your second circle. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. For every area in life. Dominate your circles of influence. Dominate your life. Dominate who you let into your ear. Don't let everybody there. And like I say, that third circle is people who have common goals with you. Don't get it misconstrued. Don't think your co-workers are someone. That's the third circle. Like I say, you just have a common goal. The common goal is we work together. It's to our benefit that we have a relationship, but they're not people that I need to go to when I'm having problems in my marriage, when I'm having problems with my kids. Maybe here or there, but don't bank on the advice from those people in that third circle. And the circles just continue to go. But I just want to really just bank on those first 3 circles to set you up for success. Because once you get those first 3 circles ready, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Dominate everything in your life. Once you get those first 3 circles done, it's going to set the standard for everything else in your life. It's going to set the standard to say, this is who I am. These are the type of people that I have around me. You know, it's a saying that says, if you want to know who you will be in 5 years, just look at the people around you. You know, if you want to know who you're going to be in 10 years, just look at the people around you, because most likely your life is going to look like their lives. Look at the top 3 people around you, or look at the people that you have in your circle of influence. And if you haven't heard this ever before, I know a lot of you have probably heard this before, and you already are familiar with these circles and you have things in proper order. But if you feel like you have some people in your circle of influence, people that you feel Like, man, like when they come around, I just feel bad after I talk to them. They just like pull me down, I'm having a good day and I get around them and they influence me, and it seems like my day goes bad after I'm getting around them. My emotions are bad after I get around them. They just bring bad vibes around. Like I say, evil communication or evil influence, having people in your circle of influence that shouldn't be there. Evil company corrupts good communications or produces bad habits. So you have to make sure that the people that are around you are people that are conducive towards you growing, towards you having success, towards you winning, towards you prospering. Like even if these videos here, because I would say that you're allowing me into your circle of influence, into your first circle, because as you listen to these videos, I have an influence over you, and I would say that I'm a good influence, over you, because, I'm influencing you to win. I'm influencing you to prosper. But if I wasn't influencing you to win, if you watch these videos and I'm not encouraging you and inspiring you, and you feel like what I'm saying is too much, you probably need to change my position. You need to change my circle. But like my point is that we want to make sure we have people in the right positions. We want to make sure that our ears are not attentive to the wrong people, to the wrong voices. And we want to make sure that we're strategic about it. And what I was about to say before I kind of lost my thought, but this is very, very important. It's very, very important. If you haven't established those circles of influence, this is what I want y'all to do. This is a very, very practical and tangible thing. I want you to take a piece of paper, take a pen. You can even do it in your phone, in your notes. Just take your phone after this video goes off and go into the notes section and type down 3 categories. Category 1, circle of people who have influence over me. Category 2, circle of people that I want to influence to be better people. And category number 3, people in my lives that may be in that first circle that need to move to the third circle. Like we have a common goal, but that's why we're around each other. We might work together. A common goal could also be, this is my parent, my dad, my mom. They may be my dad and mom, and I have them in my first circle of influence. But dad and mom don't understand the season of life that I'm in right now. Or, I don't know, sometimes even a spouse, but I wouldn't say put spouse there. I would say work hard to like, because you don't have a choice with your spouse. Your spouse has influence over you. So don't make your spouse the enemy. Like you and your spouse need to succeed and win together. Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Dominate everything in your life, every single day, every single second. So take that scratch note, take that piece of paper, take that note in your phone. 3 categories of influence. People who have influence over me, people that I want to have influence over or that I do have influence over, and then people who have common goals with me that I've allowed to get into either that first or that second category. And write that down and establish the circles of influence. Establish your circles, because if you look around who you're around, that's who you'll become. Like the Bible says, or the Bible probably says it, but it's more of like an old folks quote. If you hang around garbage, you're gonna come out smelling like garbage. And so you don't want to be hanging around garbage all day and then be surprised while you sniff your clothes. Why do I smell like garbage? Because you've been hanging around garbage, for real. And it's time for you to dominate. It's time for you to win. It's time for you to prosper in those things that the Lord wants you to prosper in. But you're not going to be able to do it if you have the wrong people around you. And I want to go to a story in the Bible. And this was a very, very intense story. And we don't talk about this one a lot, but because I relate to this story, because if I have somebody around me, because sometimes you put people in certain circles and they surprise you and they end up having to be demoted or promoted, you know what I'm saying, into another circle. But it's a story in the Bible, and it was Paul, and he was going on these missionary journeys with a guy named Barnabas, and Barnabas actually like discipled Paul. So Barnabas was like a big deal, in Paul's life. Like Paul wouldn't be who he was without Barnabas in his life. But there came a time where Barnabas had a cousin, and his name was John Mark. This is all in the Bible. I recorded in the Bible. But Barnabas had a cousin named John Mark. And John Mark would accompany Paul and Barnabas on their missionary journeys. But it came down to it, time started getting hard, or time started getting rough, and John Mark left and ran off. And so after John Mark left and ran off, Paul didn't want John Mark to come back. He said, this dude is a coward. This dude is scary. This dude, I don't want him around me. I don't want him in my circle of influence. I don't want him in the circle of people that I'm influencing. And I don't want him in the circle of people that's come and goes. Get this dude away from around me. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you need to do that as well. Sometimes you need to say, 1, 2, 3, say it with me, dominate. And you need to say, I don't want this person around me at all. I don't want them to have any level of influence over me. I don't want them in any category. I want this person to get on away from around me because I can't win having this person around me. And that's what Paul said. But Barnabas, you know, Paul said that about John Mark, but Barnabas, that was his little cousin. You know what I'm saying? And so Barnabas wasn't willing to go on the journey without John Mark. And you know what Paul said? Paul said, I don't mean no harm, Barnabas, but I love you. You've done a lot of things in my life. You've encouraged me. You've helped me get to the level that I'm on now. But if you're going to bring this dude with you, you can kick rocks too. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what happened, you know. And later on in the Bible, Paul did write a letter and say that they could bring John Mark back around. But because of the things that John Mark had done, Paul said, don't bring this dude around me in this season. For this season, I'm trying to dominate. 1, 2, 3, dominate. I'm trying to dominate, and I can't dominate. I can't win having this dude around me because I feel like he's a coward. I feel like he's scary. I feel like he's not going to be there when times get rough. When times get rough, he leaves. When times get better, he comes back. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, we get to decide. We get to choose who is in those circles. Even family members, sisters, brothers, cousins, family members, mom, dad, it doesn't matter. Like in-laws, we get to choose who we have in our circle of people who have influence over us. Like literally, like you can block people's number in your phone. I did it before a lot of times. For real. It's like certain people just don't have access to me because some people will call you, and if you pick up, they will speak negative things in your ear. Like I don't allow people to speak negative around me. I don't care if it's my wife, my kids, my mom, my sister, my brother. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like no matter if I'm at work, it doesn't matter. I don't entertain negativity. You have to be positive. You have to be like encouraging. You have to like be on another level to even like be able to speak into these ears, to call me and speak into these ears. So I just want to encourage y'all today. It's P2P Motivation. Y'all already know that we're here to teach you not to recidivize, but to maximize your potential. We're trying to help you go to the next level. We're trying to help you dominate. We're trying to help you like win in all areas of your life. We're trying to get you to stop being below and start being above. We're trying to get you to stop like just going through life, going through the motions. We're trying to wake you up in the morning and you turn into a lion. You for real. And you're ready to like attack that day. You're ready to annihilate that day. You're ready to dominate your day today at work. So hopefully y'all are enjoying this. Like I say, our goal is we're going to be posting videos Monday through Friday, every morning, 6 o'clock in our time is Central Standard Time. I'm not sure what that time is for you all. So some of you all, it may come out at 7 or 8 or something like that. But for us, we'll be posting at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And we hope that these videos will help to change your life. We hope that some of the things that I've been through, some of the wisdom that the Lord has taught me will help to take you to the next level and you can begin to win. You can begin to dominate. Say it with me one more time. 1, 2, 3, dominate. For real. P2P Motivation. Y'all stick around for the next one.